Okay, in this video I am going to show you how to do your own massage therapy for the inside of the jaw. There are a couple of key muscles that we will be focusing on which will do the majority of the work. Number one is called the masseter. Now the masseter is that big chunk of muscle that we have here that helps us clench our jaw. So to easily locate it, just put your fingers on the side of your jaw here and then clench your teeth. You'll feel a big bulk of muscle fiber pop up right underneath here. Okay, that is the one that we are going to treat predominantly. The second one is actually way back. So what we're going to do with this technique is to push your finger all the way up against the outside of your teeth on the roof of your mouth and then just go straight back toward the ear hole as far as we can go. So there's a muscle up there called the pterygoid, and we are going to treat both of these. Now it's important to realize also that when we do this, we do not need to push excessively hard. These muscles are very responsive. We have a lot of sensitive nerves inside of the mouth region. So a lot of times just influencing them and gently massaging them will get the job done. One of the challenges over time will be, of course, getting further and further back there into that space. But we can't force that. We only can go as far as the tissue and the nerve sensitivity will allow. So the point is, don't be overly forceful. So I do recommend using a glove, or of course, if you're not going to do that, just make sure you wash your hands for sanitary purposes. So from here, we're going to predominantly be using our thumb and our index finger to massage the masseter. I'm going to put my thumb into the inside of my mouth. So if I'm using my right hand, I'll be treating the left side. That's the easiest thing to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my thumb still on the inside of my mouth, on the inside of the masseter muscle, and then I'm going to use my index finger to gently pinch and scroll, just massaging the muscle fiber in between the fingers. Okay? Now we want to make sure that we traverse the entire area here, because there are going to be multiple tender areas, but in particular they seem to be more toward the upper portion. Okay? So I'm going to put my finger in there and find the muscle, and I'm going to gently compress and massage. I'm going to do that about 5 to 10 repetitions and then change direction or move to another area, 5 to 10 repetitions, and I'm going to work my way around. Now, depending on how tender that is, if you're using a low intensity, you could certainly go through that process multiple times. I suggest around 3. So you massage an area, move to another massage, move to another massage, and then re-canvas the whole area again. And then you're ready to move on to the next technique. So when we massage the pterygoid, you use your index finger on the opposite hand, and I flip my hand over so that I can push back into that inner space. So I put my finger on the outside of my upper teeth as far up as I can. I'm going to run into this bone underneath the eye here, and I'm just going to follow it straight back until I reach the tender spot. Now, if the jaw, or the mandible we call it, is slid kind of in a lateral direction, it's going to make it difficult to get your finger back there. So what I'm going to say is that that little pocket is going to be kind of closed. So what you may need to do is to just take your jaw and slightly shift it toward the side that you're treating, and that will open up that space a little bit, thus moving the jawbone away from the upper teeth region, and then allow you to slide your finger back a little bit further. So the same idea here, we're going to gently push back, and once we reach that barrier, we can either hold it or we can do little massaging with our finger, just kind of moving in any direction that we find sensitivity, but the outcome is to keep progressing backward over time. So up, slide back, move the jaw, and that's tender, and I'll do little massages. And we'll repeat that process about 3 repetitions or so for about 5 to 8 little swipes in each direction. Same thing that we did with the masseter. So when we're done with that, we would check any ranges of motion that previously were restricted, jaw opening, clicking, popping, anything like that. And then of course we would repeat on the other side. So this is the self massage technique for the masseter and the internal pterygoid.